Good morning. It is February the 8th, 2016, counting down into next weekend's President's birthday holiday. And this is usually fairly quiet time of the year, but this week's market will be stirred up by the 3, 10, and 30-year auction. No news to speak of overnight anywhere around the globe. China's market was down. They began a 7-day holiday. Hong Kong and Japan's markets were up. Europe's markets and the E-mini are down considerably. And the selling is blamed on worries about the oversupply of crude oil and banking stress, with the losses being reported by Credit Suisse, the Swiss National Bank, and Deutsche Bank last week. Everybody's worried about what is to come with more European banks. And you know, when we look at our stress tests on the United States banks that are too big to fail, then I'm sure some of them is coming to America. What a great name for us, the year of the monkey. So let's make this the year of monkey trading. What do you say, Rome? So here we are. We've got resistance starts at 28. So failure to get through 28 and 131, I think, is the trade that's the easiest to see, then 3 to 7. Probably won't have our answer until the E-mini opens up. On the buy side, 17 to 21. And then 9 to 13. And depending on the selling in the E-mini, we may have to move that up to 24. Really not a lot to talk about news-wise overnight. I mean, it is Monday, and usually the news slate for all markets is pretty limited come Monday mornings. Every now and then we get a bunch of news on Monday mornings, but not often. I like the long side better as long as the E-mini is selling. If the E-mini starts to rally, that will diminish. Okay, so now we're going to sell failure to take out 12 to 16. Then we'll make it 23, 27. Breakout came from a 4. We're at 7. Last rotate down was 31, so 29 to 01 by 1. And then his volatile as his contract is, by 2 will be 17 to 21. So weakness in the stock markets is taking us higher. Gold is higher for the usual reasons. A pretty interesting article out on what Turkey requires from the EU before they will become a member of the EU, and just all sorts of financial and monetary gifts. And this guy, I wouldn't want him as an ally for what he's doing, and I wouldn't want him inside the EU either. But his the card that he's playing is, if you don't do this, I'm going to continue to let all these refugees pour through Turkey and into the EU. And that really that would be reason enough to disqualify Erdogan, but I doubt if the European Union has the cojones to do such. Okay, 85. You can see when we get up to 90, there just isn't much above 90. So we're at 82, so I'm guessing we're going to get stops above 85. So 84, 86, sell 1. 89, 91, sell 2. I think we're headed above 1200. We're close enough to get the stops there. The breakout from Friday came at 75, and then this recent run-up came from 78, so we'll make 75, 77 by 1, and then 70, 72 by 2. So 70, 75 is pretty good support, and I'm looking at 85 to 90 as resistance getting started. And if we take out 92, next stop should be 1200. Okay, the euro is off in weekend trading. Mario's got to be smiling from ear to ear, but the euro reacts to direct People's Bank of China intervention when yuan is taken down by trading up. China is an export economy, and Europe would like to become such. So, last trade is at 32. This 15 to 20 area will be buy 1. Then the buck, 111 even, will be buy 2. On the sell side, 50 to 60, sell 1. And then 75 to 85, sell 2. Okay, crude should be selling for all right reasons. Doesn't stop it from rallying. War can take us up, the rest of it, but there is oversupply right now. And my guess is we're going to make new lows. We've talked about it for the last, when we broke 30, that 27.50 was the next target. And we are pointed lower this morning. So last rotate up stopped in the 14 to 34 area. We're at 67, so 30 to 30 and a quarter, sell 1. 50 to 75, sell 2. Support's at 50, so 25 to 50 will allow them to get stops below the low, which I believe is 56. And then 75 to the buck. 29 will be buy 2. And it may take a 29.75 to get off a short. I mean, the market is weak. Okay, the E-mini is still trying to sell. Or was the last time I looked. Let's go take a look at F1. Okay, this 35, 37 area. Got this low over here at 30, so 30 to 37. Then we've got the low 1805, 1810. So if we get through and bust through the 35 area, my guess is that we're headed for stops below 1800. Do like the short side first. Low volume numbers at 29.5 and at 40. So because we are pointed lower, we'll make 35, 40 buy 1. And stops below 25, we'll make 20 to 25 buy 2. On the sell side, 54 to 59. And then 64 to 69 for sell 2. And like the short side of the market better. And 50 is a round number. If we can't get through 50, we want to be sellers to see. Even though it'll feel like we're selling into the hole. See if we can take out the overnight session low. It'll take a bit to get everything up and posted, and I'll get busy on that. Back with you as soon as possible.